Alright guys, I got a cold one here for you today. If your bearing is making noise, not your wheel bearing or in the engine, but here your pulley bearing is making noise, this is how you fix it. Alright guys, I thought this would help somebody. If you hear a lot of bearing noise in your serpentine pulley, and there's a lot of like pulley noise coming from one of the pulleys, you can check them by removing the belt and just moving them a little and see if there's a lot of play. This one's just starting to go bad, but it's not too bad yet. Have the replacement for that as well. But here's one that was really making a lot of noise, so I stopped driving the car until this part came in. I'm in Russia, so it's not so easy to get these parts. But when I took it off, I just pulled the whole thing out, holding it all together, and it just came apart completely. So this is what happens when bearings are absolutely destroyed. We may have even lost a couple of the ball bearings. Actually, no. I'm going to say the ball bearings were still in place until I actually loosened the nut. But then they fell to pieces. So the races were completely destroyed. The thing the bearing rolls on were destroyed, and I guess you can see here. So this is what happens. So if I would have kept driving, this is the race. And then there's this retaining, oh hell, the retaining piece that retains the bearings inside the race. These are the, you can see they're all deformed and everything. If I were to continue to drive the car, it could lock up, and then I guess it would break the belt and probably throw pieces around, could damage something else. So I stopped until the bearing came in. Here's the new one here. Well, this is one that we got from a, I guess like a used parts reseller here in Russia, but I've got a brand new one coming from Jaguar. It's a little bit more expensive, but this one arrived first, so I'm going to put this on so you can see. It's pressed in, by the way. It's like a brand new bearing, by the way, and the pulley's just pressed in. Yeah, this is, I don't know, it's almost like they put a brand new bearing in there, or maybe it was just replaced right before the car broke. The one over there, yeah, you can see this one is just toast. So, and again, the way you'll check this is to see once you put it on if there's any play at all, but this looks like it's brand new. But I would just, for completeness, I thought I would just show you this. It's very simple. Most modern cars operate pretty much the same way. Here's your tensioner here. You basically just put your socket wrench inside this little square place. Looks like socket wrench fits right in there, and you just pull this way to release the belt. It's a very simple job. Then just undo the pulleys that you need to do. As I said, I might do this one too once the parts come in, because it's not perfect, but you know, this will get me up and running right now. So it was making a lot of noises, chirping, and it sounded like something was going to come apart. So if you're hearing that in the front of your engine, you know, it could be timing belts, timing chains in this car. It could be timing chains, or it could be the actual front pulley. You know, give it a check. Pull the belt off and then wiggle it. You can see the water pump's in actually good shape here. There's not much play in that. Only very little bit. But it'll last for a while longer yet. But this thing was like loose, like moving like that. What I would do is make sure that you know how your belt goes, you know, like take a picture or something so that you don't screw it up. But I know that this actually goes under, the belt goes under this pulley. So what you do is you just put it in, and then you're going to hand tighten, get it up there nice and snug. It's got a nice big washer on the front here. And then after it's in, you're going to use your wrench just to give it a good snug. You know, snug it down about what you would do for a spark plug. Not too terribly tight, but you know, good. Okay, truthfully, usually I'd be using two hands. I'm just trying to show you guys. So you're holding it on with one and doing it with the other, but there's no way to do that. Yeah, okay, so that's what happens when you do it with one hand. Okay, so let's see. This looks right. I'm checking everything. Let's see. Yep, that's seating on there. Seating. This could be a little bit further, but I think it'll straighten itself. Yeah, okay, so see how that's a little bit off, but I bet you as soon as we start it, it'll straighten itself. So there you go. That should be it. This is nice and firm now. No wiggle. As soon as I get a chance, I'll take some black paint to that. Okay, let's look. No noises. And you can see my valve cover gaskets are not great on this car. You know, I ordered those and went to America and actually bought them, but they gave me the wrong ones, and when I came back, there's not much I can do about that. So yeah, it looks okay. Looks good. Looks perfect, actually.